Hello, everybody. Welcome to a World of Heart live stream event. I'm so excited that you guys are joining. Justine had, of course, amazing cards, and I loved all of her fun, bright cards. I was having a little bit of technical difficulties with my internet. I realized that my Ethernet wasn't connected, so I connected it and then it was still having issues. So hopefully everything goes good. And let me see. I don't know why, but I am always really nervous when I go live. So I need to get up my Karen, it's our friend Versary. I think I saw her somewhere. All right, I need to get the things that I need to say up here because, all right, okay. So I'm gonna wait just a minute and let you guys know about all of the sponsors. Is it bright enough? I feel like it's a little bit dull. I haven't gone live in a long time, so, and I'm not as like poised, and I feel like Justine is always she's so great with her videos and everything. I'm a big, you never know what you're gonna get with me. So, let's see. So here is all the sponsors. I am going to be doing a $50 gift card to scrapbook.com today live. Most of the, most of the giveaways will be done after next week. So next week on Saturday is another live stream where it's going to be mostly mixed media. And so if you are not doing anything, which most of us aren't, come join that as well. That's going to be a lot of fun. And I do want to give a huge, huge, huge shout out to all of the sponsors. These companies, whether it's scrapbook.com or Just My Craft, Ellen Hudson, all of them, they are so gracious and donated prizes. And let's see. The next person in line is Carissa, Inky Fairy Designs. And I think that's it. I think that's it. If not, I have all of the information listed in the description. So, hi, Lori. I am close to Las Vegas, actually. So there is actually snow. I don't know if you guys got snow on Mount Charleston, but the mountain that is directly in front of my window, well, quite a ways away, but it snowed like quite a bit. We were really surprised. All right, so this is a card I'm going to create today. And as I was watching Justine's live, I realized that I probably prepared a little bit too much. I always get nervous when I have a planned live stream and it's like a specific time. So I think I prepared too much. So we'll see how it goes. If anything, if I have a lot of time, we could do some quick watercolor techniques because I am going to be using watercolor today. All right, so I am going to be using the Arteza watercolor paper. I love this, although it's not very bright white. So if you want a bright white, this one is not for you, but I really enjoy this watercolor paper. I already stamped it out and embossed it with super fine gold embossing powder. And I had my gold embossing powder somewhere. Oh, there it is. So it's this one here. And I don't know where I've been living, most likely under a rock, because I just found out that if you want your back or your embossing powder really smooth, you want to heat it from the back of the cardstock. I just learned this in, what's that group called? Something stamping, I think. I see what I mean? My mind goes blank, and I should probably, I have my coffee here, so I'm going to take a sip of that. I think I'm nervous too because my kids are home. Yes, Stamp Junkies. They're still sleeping. We stayed up way late last night till like 1 o'clock in the morning, and which is not normal for us. So they'll probably pop in here. Anyways, all right. So I'm going to move this stuff out of the way. And all of the supplies are listed in the description box as well. So hello, everybody that's joining. I never have this many people in my live streams. Normally it's about 20-ish. So thank you all for joining. All right. So we are just going to get started here. I absolutely love my Altenew watercolor pan set. It has so many beautiful colors. And you could see it is very well loved. Just leave this somewhere where I'm not going to ruin it, but also kind of there so you guys can see. Okay. And I need to fill up my water. Where's the... There we go. All right. I see people posting where they're from. So if you don't mind, just kind of say the general area you're from. I love seeing where everybody is from and how we can all come together and share our love for crafting. Whether you make cards, don't make cards, do whatever type of craft you do, I think we can all find inspiration from each other, whether it's, you know, a color combination or composition of a card or a layout or anything like that. Whoops. All right. This is going to be a little difficult for me. And as I was watching Justine's live as well, I realized that I probably should have done something different for my card, but that's okay. Because normally I'm like all up in the card or the watercolor. I have to be like super close when I'm watercoloring. And this is going to be really simple. I'm not a watercolorist at all. And so what I do is I just add a bunch of water to where, if it's a little area like this, I'll do that area first. But if it's a larger area, then I'll work in little sections. So this is a color that I'm using, which is, let's see if I can get it out here. It's Grapevine, which is one of my favorite colors. And then, so again, I added the water, and then I'm just going to touch here, just like this. Okay, and then I can even go in on the other ones. It kind of gives it a little bit of a different look, but I don't want to waste any of that paint, so I'm just going to go in here. And again, this is going to go pretty fast. So let me grab a paper towel here. I would normally use a baby wipe, but a lady in my community, she ran out of baby wipes, and there isn't any in our town, so I gave her what I had. Because, you know, I don't need them for crafting as much as she needs them for her baby. So, all right. So I'm just going to go in and bring the water to the color, if that makes sense. It's really easy. And then you can spread out that color a little bit there. All right, so does anybody like watercoloring on their cards? So florals is my thing. I love florals. All right, so for these, I'm going to work in a circular motion to get all of that color up and then bring it to the edge of that petal. Like this. And I can't read the chat while I'm doing this. Oh, let me get back in. So I think I saw Karen in here, Karen Tamir. So if there's any crucial questions, just text me if you don't mind, Karen. The gold and this pink is so pretty. It's like a blushy color or like a dusty rose. It's really, really pretty. And I stamped this out and embossed it beforehand because sometimes the embossing tool, the heat tool, can be a little bit loud. All right, so I have this plastic mat on my desk here, and it's actually for chairs, like on carpet. But I got it on Amazon, and I absolutely love it because I do a lot of mixed media stuff, and it's really pretty simple to clean up. And when I need to, I give it a good scrub. All right, so I'm going to add a little bit more water to these because I want a little bit more depth on these petals. I'm going to go in, bring this over here. And a lot of times I will just work like straight on the mat because it is plastic, so it wipes up really easy. And I did a resin. I put resin on alcohol inked background, and I used my Easy Clean mat, and I haven't cleaned the resin off. That's normally what I work on too. All right, see, so this is coming together super simple. Whoops, I'm upside down. And I don't really give it too much thought. I mean, I don't even know what type of flower this is. I don't even know if they're technically pink. Some people care. I don't. I just kind of create what inspires me and whatever color that may be. All right. I'm going to go in again with a lot of that water. So having a watercolor brush like this helps a lot because you can just, oh, people are asking, where is the link to the Easy Clean mat? I don't think that I added it, but I can add it later. But I will add the link to this plastic mat as well. It's a Tonic Studios Easy Clean mat. Okay. And then you just add the color like that, and then it just kind of does its thing. And then you can go in a little bit and let me see. And then I like to bring the water to the color. That way it kind of spreads out and does its thing on its own. And while I'm coloring, I do want to say that I hope everybody is staying safe and staying indoors, social distancing, which honestly isn't that hard for me. I know it's kind of sad, but I enjoy myself just by myself. I don't really need a bunch of people around me all the time. Although I go to the school and my daughter's elementary school and help a lot, and I do miss the kids. Um, but other than that, I'm pretty much by myself. My husband works from home too, so um, it's been fun. It's like an unplanned summer vacation because my kids are a little bit older now. My daughter's almost 9 and my son is 13, so they pretty much kind of, do their own thing a lot of times. But for summer, we kind of gear up for it and plan for it and stuff. Um, so now Abby most likely she's bored. um, Right, so I'm just gonna go in a little bit or I'm going, I cannot talk. All right, I'm going in with a little bit more color. All right, there we go. So as you could see, it comes together really easy. You don't really have to do too much thinking. I, when I first started using, well, I think I started using zig markers first and then realized that I really enjoy watercoloring floral images. And this technique is so simple. It really helps with the embossing powder because then you don't really have to think too much about. Um, there's some people that do amazing no-line watercoloring with the floral images. There's no way that I would ever be able to do that. I've tried and it failed. It's just not something that I can do. As far as like this artsy, like drawing and painting and stuff like that, it's not my thing. So using the embossing powder helps a lot because then it breaks up those lines. And I think I colored a leaf. That's okay. All right. I'm going to go in now, back into that color. And I'm sorry if this is boring. um, let's see. Okay. I'm glad that you guys are all chatting because I can't really chat with you guys too much because coloring here, which again, I probably should have done something else, but that's okay. And I hope you guys join next weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun, lots of mixed media, inspiration. I'm going to go in with some more color here. Actually, so a lot of the winners are going to be chosen, a week after next Saturday. So about a week after next Saturday. And if everybody can be patient if you are a winner, just be patient with the companies and because I don't know the status of all of the companies. I'm pretty sure most of them are probably not working and stuff or I can't say that. Um, so if we could just be patient with them. So it probably will be a little while before um, you get your goodies, or if you got a gift card or something, just be patient because most likely they're not shipping out anything. I think that's a little okay. Need a little bit more water there. There we go. Oops. I love this pink. I know I said that already. It's so pretty. Oh, thank you, Penny. Um, this I can do, but as far as like creating, yeah, like this is so simple. I know sometimes if you haven't done it and you look at it, you're like, I can never do that. It's honestly, you just add the water to whatever, it doesn't have to be perfect. And then you go in with the color, and then it just kind of does its own thing. And again, the embossing powder really helps. So, if you haven't done this before, I hope that this inspires you. And if you create anything inspired by any of the people, use the hashtag A World of Heart 2020 so that everybody can see what you create. It'll be fun. All right. So is anybody crafting? What are you guys up to? My husband was going to try and venture into Vegas to see if we can get some stuff. We're running a little low. I had seen this post on, I think it was Facebook. Cooking dinner is like an episode of Chopped. You have like peanut butter, grapes, and noodles or something. That's kind of where we're at. And I love to cook, so my husband went yesterday to the local store. Luckily they had some things, but not a whole lot. And I've been lazy not going to Costco. We normally get all of our stuff from Costco. So it's almost been a month. And then with the toilet paper shortage, luckily I live in a town where everybody comes together and helps everybody out. It's it's small. It's about, I think, maybe like 7,000 people or so. There's only, let's see, there is about 100, maybe 120 kids in each grade. Somewhere around there. All right. Sorry, I'm just trying to find something to talk about while I'm coloring here because I still have 35 minutes. So I'm just going to finish this. All right. So Abby has been begging to be homeschooled since she started school. And I don't know what it is. She doesn't like drama with the girls at school. And I think it really upsets her, gives her anxiety. She doesn't like people like not getting along. Anyways, so she's excited. My son, not so much. He's 13, so although he does what he needs to do, and then he's able to play his video games. All right, I'm gonna go in with this really light pink here. Let's see if you guys can see that. There we go. And just gonna go in and color these, just a different color. Here we go. Oh, I didn't even tell you. Oh my gosh. See, I'm so nervous. So one of the sponsors is My Favorite Things, and they offered to send me some supplies to work with during the live stream. So that's what I'm doing. And I was a little nervous because I never knew that they had floral stamps. I've only known them to have their cute little characters and things like that. So I was happy to see that they had some floral stamps because although I love the cutesy, like the little kids that they have and all of that, but it's not my thing. And I do want to thank them so much. I believe they are giving away a $25 gift card to their store. So, whoops, I added way too much water there. All right. So there we go. That's it. I mean, 30 minutes. So I have one already done. Okay, with the foam and everything. I ran out of foam. This is what I'm working with. Normally, I would cut it out fully with the die. Where is the die? So what I like to do is instead of cutting out 6 pieces of cardstock, when I can, if it's a really intricate sentiment, it doesn't really work that well. But this one is kind of chunky. So what I like to do is just cut out foam, like the fun foam, and then adhere it to whatever I'm working with. So I decided instead of having the white space around the U or the word, I decided just to put embossing powder on the whole thing. So anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself here. All right. Oh, yes. And then I thought, well, what if it goes longer? Or what if I am really slow? So I had one half done. So I am going to have a lot of cards. And I'm going to follow suit with Justine and give away, I think I can do 2 cards. So I won't make these birthday cards. I'll just make them general cards. And if any of, I think Karen's in here, Dee's in here, any of my moderators, if you guys, well, let's just do one. If Karen's in here, let me see if Karen's in here. Karen, are you here? If you could pick a winner. Yes. Karen, if you could pick one winner for a card, I will send out a card to them. And then in a few more minutes, you can pick another winner if you don't mind. All right. So yeah, that's it. And then I would cut it out with a die. So normally I don't really get the coordinating dies, but if it's florals that I know I'm going to use a lot, I like to get the coordinating die because it just saves on time. Although sometimes I do find myself fussy cutting sometimes, but I'll do that later. So I use, if you are wondering, I use the Spellbinders Platinum 6 die cut machine. That's what I use. And then I have this one already cut out. All right. And so I'm going to use this watercolor paper here. All right, I didn't see who the winner was, but if you could message me, Karen, and then, oh my goodness, sorry you guys. A squeaky chair. All right, so I have I know Justine talked about it. The Pixie spray I already have on here. So I am going to just add a little bit of interest onto the card panel. There we go. And yeah, it's on this side. I need to put this a little closer to me. I'm going to try and get it a little straight, although probably not going to be perfect here. I think I actually need to add a little bit more of the Pixie spray on my stencil here. All right, so it's pretty simple. Yeah, all right. That's why I was having so much trouble. All right, I'm gonna do this over here. Just a little spray, and then you gotta let it sit for a second. And I'm going to actually grab, sorry for my squeaky chair. Where is it? I forgot to add this. The Pixie spray is a removable light tack repositionable adhesive for stencils. So there is other ones on the market, but I find this one really it's just amazing because other ones that I've used or have tried to use pull up the paper, rip the paper. This one, it like is not that sticky when you put your hand on it. And if I'm being honest, when I first got it, I was like, this is not going to work, but it works amazing. And it works a few times. So it stays pretty sticky. So again, it's not going to stick to my hand really, but when I stick it to the paper, it stays there. So if you are ink blending, I got to get this closer. If you are ink blending, it helps to keep that in place. And I am using watercolor paper. So you just kind of just stick it to the, oh, it's sticking to my desk. So yeah, anyways, so that's that. All right, so I'm going to use some Distress Oxide in Hickory Smoke to add the lines back here onto the card, just to give it a little bit more interest. Nothing too crazy. And I am just going to dip my watercolor brush onto the pad there. And I'm going to go make sure. All right, let's get some water here. All right. And then I want a little bit of a gradient effect, so I'm going to go dark on the edge. And then after I do a few, I will blend it out. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Probably is going to be messy. I'm using a lot more water because it's hard to see at this angle that I'm at here. All right. I haven't tried Artezzo. I do like it. It's very, and it has a lot of texture to it. But I like it. I mean, I just make cards. So if you are a painter or something, then I couldn't tell you. I'm not too picky with my supplies. I mean, it is just paper crafting. I'm not putting my stuff in a museum or anything. But I do like it to do its job. You know, I do sometimes add a lot of water to this paper, and it never, like sometimes water, like crafting watercolor paper, I find, sometimes it can get the paper kind of rolls up and comes up, but I haven't found that to be the case with this brand. I do love the Strathmore watercolor paper, probably the best. All right, let's see. So just like that. All right, what's next? I'm going to add my gold splatters. So if you don't know, I love splatters on everything. I don't know. I just love them. So I am going to take my metallic accents. These are from Prima. And move this out of the way. Oh, you know what? I have a different watercolor or a different brush for this. So for splatters, I like to use this brush, like a fan brush. It just helps get a little bit more variation of splatters. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with this watercolor brush because I want a couple bigger splatters, maybe. Let's see. All right, that is good. So there we go. Move that out of the way. That out of the way. All right, I'm going to let that sit for just a second and show you guys. So I have this die from My Favorite Things. It is called All About You. I love this font. And what I did, I talked about this at the beginning, is I used the VersaMark ink and I just put it all over my surface there, pretty much just the square actually. And then I just die cut out the U instead of stamping it because I do have the coordinating stamp set, which I used these sentiments for the card as well. And I like the look of it just all gold instead of having the white around it, like this one here. So, and then what I did was I took the same die and die cut it out in some foam. That way I can have it a little bit more dimensional and I don't have to layer 6 pieces of cardstock onto each other. And this is actually watercolor paper too, so it's a little bit thicker than your normal cardstock. All right. So I don't know if you guys can hear that. So I live in the middle of nowhere in the desert, And everybody owns OHVs, four-wheelers, dirt bikes, that sort of thing. So if you hear things, that's what it is. Okay. All right, so I'm going to use this Dress My Craft. This is new. Their bone folder. This is like, well, this side is okay. I'm actually not going to mount it because this side is really messy, and because I'm going to be sending it out, I'm not going to mount it on there. All right. What was I doing? Making a card, Tiffany, making a card. Okay, so I have this one already done, already cut out and everything. And then see, this one got messy too. All right. So we're going to put this on there. All right, do we have 2 winners for the cards? If Karen isn't around, I don't know if I saw her or if she's texted me. Oh, yep, there we go. Oh, sorry, Karen. All right, so we are just going to put this here. Just like this. I'm putting Karen to work today. She didn't know that, but I appreciate her. All right, so it is a little bit off there, but that's okay. It's not perfect. All right, so you can cut this out or cut this apart actually, but I want to keep it together. So I'm going to line it up to the edge on both sides here if I can. All right, where's my glue? So if you haven't seen my post, my 500 post about the, where is my glue? Oh, there it is, in my bin. All right, I have posted a ton about the craft carousel from scrapbook.com. I love it. The first couple weeks, I still was like getting up and searching in my drawers for things that I had in my on my craft carousel. I put most everything that I use the most often. I don't know if that's correct grammar, but you guys know what I mean. And it's so amazing to have everything there. And yeah, it's great. All right. So I'm using some Gina K Connect glue. I love that stuff. All right. So on this card, I actually die cut out the whole thing with foam like I did with the U, but I don't have any more foam. So I'm just kind of working with what I got and trying to make it work. All right. So I'm just going to line this up best I can. All right. There we go. Just like that. Oh, the gold and this pink is just so pretty. All right. I need another drink of coffee. All right. So I have this sentiment that I did it last night. It says it's going to say, you make everything better. Okay. And then on this one, I'm going to mount my sentiment on some black cardstock. I'm running low. Oh, come on. and I embossed it with the gold embossing powder. This other one I just used VersaFine. Where are your ice cubes? Huh? My ice cubes? I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, Karen, if you don't mind, the 2 winners for cards, and then I don't know what you mean ice cubes. Where are my ice cubes? I'm running low on this stuff here. Or maybe it's getting clogged. All right, let's move on to a different glue here. Where is, oh, there it is. My other glue that I love is the Deluxe Adhesive from Nuvo. There we go. Okay. All right, if you are just joining, didn't you say long ago you love chewing ice? Maybe. I like chewing on like the Sonic ice, or even I think Cane's has the I don't even know what to call it. The good ice. That's what I'll call it. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. All right. Can you show that glue? So there's this one, the Deluxe Craft Glue from Nuvo. And I will link this. It's not linked. Or this Connect Glue from Gina K. Yes, Karen, if you could just pick a couple random winners for the cards. So there'll be 2 winners for the cards, and then 1 winner for the gift card. I feel like I am covering up most of this. Thank you, guys. All right. There we go. So you make everything better. And then you can also add some Nuvo drops if you want, or anything like that. I don't eat at Sonic, but they have the same ice, and I know more people probably know of Sonic than Cane's. Cane's is like a chicken place. You can get really yummy chicken strips from there. I got to stop talking about food because we're running low at my house, and I love to cook from scratch, mostly everything. So it's been tough, but that's okay. We're all fed. We're happy. We have, everything's good. The card, and thank you for sharing and doing this hop again this year. You are so welcome. So last year when I did it, I was so stressed about everything going so perfect. And then this year I was like, you know what? I'm just going to kind of be a little bit less stressed because last year it took months of my time. I was doing it like things every single day. And this time I was like, me, what happens, happens. And, everything will work out, and it has so far. So I'm excited, and I am glad that I decided to do it 2 different days. So today is card makers, and then Rachel Reynolds, I believe is how you pronounce her last name. She is a scrapbooker, so she will be on later. I don't know what time, but next week on Saturday will be more mixed media style. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Lots of prizes you can win. So to win the prizes, some of them will be given away during the live stream, like myself and Justine, and I think Laurel. I don't know what she's going to do, but she is giving away a gift card as well, I believe. And so those will most likely be done on the live stream, but you need to come back. I know it's it might be a little bit annoying, but it's the only way to keep track because I can't go back and watch everybody's live streams and see their chat. So you need to come back and comment on the videos. And then that way in a week or so, or two weeks, I will pick the winners. And again, we need to be very patient with the companies because some of them have donated prize packs, and I don't think that companies are really sending things out. I could be wrong, but yeah, just so that we can, they're so generous in donating prizes. All right. Lots of time, yeah. I have tried to split up my kids' days. It's been a little rough, but we're gonna get through it. All right. I can't flip my camera around like Justine. It's mounted to my mount up there. You don't want to see this face anyways. I was up till about 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock this morning. And then I was so stressed out about everything going okay. I couldn't really sleep. And then I woke up at 5. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, just let me know. How do you keep everything so clean when you are card making? My cards look like a crafting murder card in my space. Okay, so here's the secret for today. Normally it is like that. I had to clean up my room because there was just stuff everywhere in between trying to make videos and doing my own crafty thing and doing other things. My room was the hugest mess ever. But because I had planned this and got everything together, it was all in this bin here. In this bin, everything that I needed. So could you say who's doing Rachel Reynolds? I don't remember what time she is on, but the full list and the times are in the description box down below, as well as all of the supplies and everything. The winner for the gift card, Karen, are you still in here? Maybe she ran away. She's like, girl, I ain't working. I ain't doing nothing. If she's not in here, I'll pick a winner. So let's see. I need to. Times are wrong. No, the times aren't wrong. They're all Pacific time. So let me know in the chat. Oh, Rachel's in here. So she'll be on after Carissa. So Carissa is next, and the link to her channel is in the description box, and I'll post it in just a second. The winner for the gift card is going to be picked by letting me know in the chat what type of craft you do. Do you card make? Are you a card maker, scrapbooker, mixed media, everything? Let me know. And then I'll pick a winner for the $50 gift card for scrapbook.com. All right, just give it just a second. The winner is Not Too Shabby, winner of the $50 gift card. So thank you guys for joining. I really, really appreciate it. And I am so grateful for all of the sponsors. So if you have social media, be sure to go follow all these wonderful companies and people. Can't pick just one. I wish I could give everybody something, but I have to give something away next weekend as well. So, and I think that Karen I'll have to go back and check. I think she texted me a couple people for the cards. If not, I will choose those as well. It was kind of sprung on her last minute, and she has kids as well. So she might have left. She might have had other things to do. All right, everybody head over to Carissa's channel. Let me see if I can get her channel or the link up for hers. It is right here. All right, so head over there. If she isn't on right away, just refresh because there is like a little bit of a delay when people are getting on live. So just give it a second. And Carissa, she does beautiful watercolors, and she's amazing. Everybody is amazing that has joined and participating in this. And you guys are all amazing for joining and watching. Thank you guys so much for stopping by, and I really appreciate it. I am going to make another cup of coffee, but I will see you over at Carissa's channel. I'll see you guys later. Bye.